welcome or welcome back to my channel and to today's video, which is going to be my March kit lineup for my memory planner, which is my 7x9 sort of standard functional planner. I've got a few videos up on the channel which shows you that type of planner if you want to check it out to see if it's something that you would like for yourself. But it's what I would say is the pretty standard type of planning that we see here on YouTube for memory planning with stickers. This video is a bit late, I apologise. I apologise with a caveat because ultimately I do YouTube alongside my my normal job, so you know there are always delays that come to things, but these are videos that I've been quite on top of this year, so I would have liked to have posted this earlier than the end of April, but I had some intel about a kit that was going to be released which would have really worked for one of my March weeks, so I was waiting it out for that shop to release it. That shop has not yet released it, and so I'm just going to have to go ahead and film this video, and we'll talk about that week when we get there. But otherwise, let's get started. So first off, for the week of the 3rd to the 9th, I have this kit from peacelovereads, which is called Breakfast. Sometimes with my kit lineups, the kits are really set, and then other times I do, you know, swap them out. I always film these lineups after the events have happened because I don't think that YouTube need to know what I'm up to every second of the day for security reasons, but also because I'm very particular about finding the perfect kit for the perfect week. And so, you know, I usually like to wait until the week has happened because then I can really think about my stash and which kit would be perfect. But there are some weeks where not as much happens or not something really themed or particular happens, and so it's harder to know what kit to use. So this is one of those weeks because it was just a really busy work week. So this kit I felt kind of works because often when I'm really busy with work, we stay in hotels, so we have a lot of breakfasts like in hotels. So I've got it there for that reason, but this is one that I might swap out. I just don't know what I would swap it out with yet, and so for now this kit will sit there. This is a printable shop, so when I buy printable kits, I literally just buy the file, print them. I don't kiss cut them. I have a silhouette, I just don't use it. I will hand cut these, and I know that's ridiculous, and my friend Emma was watching me plan the other week with one of these, and she was like, I can't believe I'm watching you hand cut out stickers. I was like, I know, but like, I don't really mind it. But that's just a caveat that if the sheets look like they're cut really wonky, which they are, that's totally because of me and not because of any shop or machinery. I do not know whether this kit is still available in shop. Pink Planner Shop went through like a bit of a revamp recently, and so I don't know whether this kit is still there, but I would check out her shop anyway because she or they, I shouldn't say she, actually they release kits like pretty regularly, and they sometimes do art sets that you can't as easily find elsewhere, so I would really recommend checking out their shop. I think their stuff's really affordably priced. I just buy my glossy paper from Amazon and just print it out on that in like best quality. I have had to do a lot of trial and error to print it the right size, and that is a really annoying thing about printables in my opinion. Like, I don't think it's ever preferable than just buying from a shop that will kiss cut it for me, but I missed this art set the first time round, so it was a good one. So yeah, this one might change, I don't know, but for now it's the kit that's in for that week. Then we have the week of the 10th to the 16th of March, and this is the one where I was waiting for a different kit. So this is the week that my best friend Emily got married. It was an amazing day. She looked absolutely beautiful, and the venue was amazing. The experience was amazing. I got to be a bridesmaid, which was my first time being a bridesmaid and one of just the biggest privileges of my life. So I had, yeah, just an amazing time. So obviously I want to use a wedding kit for that. I am hoping that the shop who I know is going to release a wedding kit. I won't say who the shop is or anything because they haven't released it yet, but I got some intel from the artist that this kit was coming, and then the artist let the shop owner know, and so the shop owner was like, oh, do you want to see a sneak peek of the art? So I have seen a sneak of the art, and the color scheme is like absolutely perfect for Emily's wedding, but I have only seen like one fashion person. I've not seen the whole vibe of the kit, so I don't know whether it's going to exactly work until I see it. And also I have like checked in with the shop to be like, oh hi, like when are you releasing the kit? Because they told me that they were going to be releasing it like a couple of months ago, and they haven't yet. I'm sure there's just been like life delays. I don't think that they're a full-time like shop owner. They have another job. So yeah, I am waiting at the moment to see what happens with that. So I'm putting this kit in for now because I was like, okay, well, I probably do need to pick an alternative in case for any reason that shop decides to never release that kit, which I'm sure won't happen, but you know, you never know. I was like, okay, I have to think of something else. So I have gone for this one, which is I Do by from Plannerface, and I do PR for Plannerface, so you can use my code CAT to save 10% on your orders and add my name and notes to seller to pick up a seasonal freebie. You won't be able to pick up this kit because this kit is many years old. It's one of my favorite art sets ever. It's drawn by Kitnish Jess, and it was one of the like first wedding sets we ever got, and I just think it's so stunning, and I've been saving it for like, and actually until the wonderful Anna, did an art set specifically for my wedding in the mystery in 2024. This is the kit that I had assumed I would use for my wedding because I just loved it so much. But I didn't have to do that because Anna had an art set made for me. So, you know, I'm still really keen to use this set sort of when the wedding strikes. I don't have a wedding kit really currently. As I say, I haven't seen the one that this shop's releasing yet, that I feel really works for Emily's wedding, because Emily's wedding was indoor, but at a farm. So I'm kind of looking for like that vibe. And it was loosely Lord of the Rings inspired, like a very, very loose theme. So I've gone for this one because even though this is an outdoor wedding, it has that like whimsical vibe that I think that Emily's wedding had. And it's got the dark green in there. So that kind of works because of that. Obviously that was a colour scheme of M's. I'd always thought I would use this kit, well, after I knew I wasn't using it for mine, for one of my other friends who will get married at some point. But actually, having had some conversations with her, I think that her colour scheme is going to be different to this, even though this was the colour scheme I was trying to encourage her to have. I think she's, not because of the kit, just because I thought she'd really like it. But she's going to go for something else, I think. So I don't really know what kit I'm going to use for her either. So yeah, I don't know, but this one, it sort of has that whimsical element. It could kind of give farm. Neither of these look like M, really. So in that sense, it doesn't work. And also her flowers, were a lot like lighter. But I'll show you the other kits I have. I'm going to put some photos of Emily's wedding up on the screen so you can let me know if you think that any of the other kits go better, because I do have a few wedding ones. So this was the other one I was kind of debating between. Like it could work, but this building, I think I will go to another wedding that has a building that's more like this. This is like not really like, although they did have like this sort of annex thing at hers. And they did have like a seating chart. Those flowers, if we had like a little bit of yellow in there, are a bit more like our bouquet. But this is like not really the vibe of the wedding. But this is quite similar to what Em looked like at her wedding. So maybe this one could be an option. And it's very green. I don't think, let me just have a look at the colours of it. Okay, so it's got like one green but mostly neutrals, which like, yeah, I can see like how that could work for Em's wedding. This one I don't think is as much the vibe. I actually think I will probably save this one for a potential church wedding because it's got like the Bible in there, even though it's obviously not in a church. I feel like we need more indoor weddings, but like not in really super fancy venues. Like some more barn weddings would be great, because that, like, over in the UK, that's mostly the venues we have. This is an art set from Kitnish Jess as well, which is called Berry, which I think this one might still be available in Anna's shop. But I used the other colorway of this in 2024 for my brother-in-law's wedding. And this one I don't think is the vibe of Em's wedding. I actually want to save this one in case somebody has like a Christmas wedding, because I feel like then you'd probably have red as a colour. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think this one is the vibe of Em's. And then this one is an indoor one, but it's like, it's a really, really like posh venue. Not that Em's wasn't posh, but you know what I mean? It's a very different sort of vibe. We looked at a wedding venue like this. So I don't think this is the vibe of Em's wedding. This one is an autumnal one. They got married in March, so that doesn't work. And then I have some beach weddings. This is exactly my bridesmaid's dress though, but it really wasn't a beach wedding. And I don't know whether I'll ever go to a beach wedding. But like, you know, they could be the vibe, and then that's from my wedding. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. But, you know, for now, possibly this one. Oh, I have tape that like blocks out the filming area, but it doesn't stick down very well because washi tape does not last forever, friends. That is your PSA to make sure that you use your washi tape. So yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping that the one that this shop is going to release will just be the right vibe. It's the right colour scheme. I already know because I've seen the fashion person, and one of the fashion people like is a bridesmaid. So that's really fun. So I'm hoping that that one, to be honest, is going to work, and then I'll keep saving this one, but we'll see what happens with that. Then we have the week of the 17th to the 23rd of March. I was like, what month? And that was St. Patrick's Day. But I don't celebrate St. Patrick's. Like, I like St. Patrick's kits, don't get me wrong. I've often used them. But if something else had happened in the week that I felt would have worked better, then I would use it. And I think this is the ideal kit for this week. So this is the week that I went to see the 30,000th show of The Mousetrap, which is a play by Agatha Christie that has been playing in London for over 30,000 shows. And I got tickets through TodayTix. So I'm a TodayTix Silver member. So I got given £30 tickets, and they were really good seats. And I took my friend Susie, she's my colleague as well, but my friend first, my colleague second. And yeah, we had such an amazing time. And for it to be like the 30,000th show, I just felt that was something that like really should be celebrated in my planner. So I was going through my kits. I was like, okay, what am I going to have that works? And then I remembered this beautiful art set that was drawn by Lavi, Isabel, and the kit is from Planner Face. And I know it's Sherlock Holmes themed. I know that. But Sherlock Holmes was also a mystery writer, right? And just the vibe of it is very The Mousetrap. I think the outfits are really similar. I like the fact that we've got like a phone, because that's quite a big part of the Mousetrap story. We've got like an outside like exterior of the house, and the Mousetrap is set in like a B&B. So I feel like this could definitely work for that. We've also got some sheet music here, and the theme, Three Blind Mice, is quite a big part of the show. So I just think this is perfect, to be honest. I think it's such a cute kit, and I wasn't really sure when I would get to use it. And so the fact that now, and there's a car as well, which is also a part of it. Oh, and we've got a musical washi tape. That's perfect. It gets even better. I just felt like it really gives the vibe of the Mousetrap, and I wasn't sure, like I knew I loved this kit the second I saw it. I knew I definitely wanted to use it, but I wasn't sure when I would get to use it. So now that I've come up with a reason, I'm just so excited to do the spread for this week. I think it's going to be beautiful. And I know that most people would use it in autumn, but it's fine by me that I'm using it in March. And then for the final week of March, I feel like that's gone very quickly, but I think I did one early week of March, like the first and the second was in my February video. So I guess, you know, time has flown on just the way that the weeks fall this year. So this is for the week of the 24th to the 30th of March. I think I said that right. Ugh. And then for the week of the 24th to the 30th of March, I feel like only having 4 kits in a March video is a bit weird because March is a longer month, but they've kind of just fallen like in my February and April videos. So this is Spring Garden from Planner Face, and I know that this was Jess's Easter set for this year, but I'm going to use it for Mother's Day. So Mother's Day in the UK is in March, not in May. And we went for an afternoon tea at a barn. Like I say, everything around here is a barn. And the whole like venue is a farm. So I feel like this kind of has farm vibes. This I think is also inspired by Beatrix Potter and Peter Rabbit, which my mum is a big fan of Blue Peter, of Peter Rabbit and Beatrix Potter. My brother especially, like a lot of his like baby stuff was Peter Rabbit, so I think that really works as well. I just think it's so cute, and it just really gives me like the general vibes. And I have other kits in April, like when Easter weekend is, like Easter weekend was a couple weeks ago for me, and I had other stuff going on, so I wouldn't get to use this kit this year, and I didn't really want to like wait, so I decided I'm going to use it. And yeah, I'm so excited. I think it's such a beautiful kit, and I think my mum would love it. This is like absolutely the vibes of what I would dress and wear. Like, I mean, I actually have a dress like this but in yellow. It's just such a cute kit, and this is a great way for me to be able to use it for March. So that is it for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I'm really glad to have finally got it out there, but we'll see what happens with that March week for Emily's wedding. But do let me know your thoughts down below. But I am hoping that the kit from the shop that hasn't released it yet is going to work. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate a like, and if you haven't already, I would love it if you'd subscribe. In the description I will have a link to all of these shops, as well as my Instagram and my Goodreads if you want to check out any more content from me. But otherwise, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.